What happens when the hunter becomes the hunted? In the ruthless theater of the wild, roles can flip in an instant. Today we're witnessing one of nature's most stunning reversals, a moment that proves size isn't everything. A snake, a formidable predator in its own right, finds itself in a life-or-death struggle against an enemy it never saw coming. A relentless, unified army of ants. This isn't just a random encounter. It's a masterclass in survival strategy. We start by seeing the snake slithering across the forest floor, a picture of predatory confidence. It's on the move, likely searching for its next meal. In most wildlife documentaries, we'd expect to see it corner a lizard or a rodent. But today, the script is flipped. The ground beneath it begins to move. Tiny scouts, then a trickle, and soon a flood of ants erupt from the leaf litter. These aren't just any ants. They are a highly organized territorial species, and the snake has just trespassed into their domain. The initial contact is almost subtle. A few ants climb onto the snake's scales. The snake barely seems to notice, perhaps dismissing them as a minor annoyance. But this is the calm before the storm. The first ants are pioneers, laying down chemical trails, pheromones that scream intruder to the rest of the colony. Within seconds, the message is received, and the response is overwhelming. The trickle becomes a torrent. Hundreds then thousands of ants swarm the snake from every direction. Watch closely as the snake's behavior changes. Its initial indifference turns to irritation, then to panic. It thrashes and coils, trying to shake off the attackers. It strikes out. But how do you fight an enemy that is everywhere at once? This is the core of the ant's strategy. Distributed, decentralized attack. Each ant is insignificant on its own, but together, they form a superorganism, a single entity with a unified purpose. They crawl into its eyes, its mouth, its nostrils, any vulnerable point they can find. Each bite injects a small dose of formic acid, a painful irritant. One bite is nothing, 1,000 bites are agony. It's a battle of attrition, and the snake is losing. Its powerful muscles, designed to constrict prey, are useless against an enemy that covers its entire body. Its defensive strikes are futile, wasting precious energy. We can see the ants targeting the softer tissue between the scales, working with brutal efficiency to immobilize their giant foe. The snake's movements become slower, more desperate. It's no longer a predator, it is prey, completely overwhelmed by the sheer power of collective action. This incredible footage isn't just about a gruesome spectacle, it's a profound lesson in ecology. In nature, the labels of predator and prey are not fixed. They are fluid, dependent on circumstance, strategy, and numbers. The snake's size and strength, which make it a successful hunter of larger animals, become a disadvantage here. Its large body presents a massive target for the swarming ants. It cannot escape because the enemy is the ground itself. This phenomenon showcases the evolutionary genius of social insects. An ant colony functions as a single intelligent unit. They have division of labor, complex communication, and an unwavering commitment to the colony's defense. When faced with a threat, they don't calculate individual risk. The survival of the colony is paramount, and they will sacrifice themselves by the thousands to neutralize a threat. This collective power allows them to take down creatures many times their individual size, from spiders and scorpions to, as we see here, snakes. Let's break down the phases of this attack. First, detection. The ant's sensitive antennae pick up the vibrations and chemical cues of the snake's presence. Second, mobilization. Pheromone trails create invisible highways, directing soldiers to the front line. Third, the coordinated assault. The ants don't just bite randomly. They swarm and overwhelm, targeting weak points. Their goal is to incapacitate the threat as quickly as possible. And finally, consumption. If the snake succumbs, it will become a massive source of protein for the entire colony, feeding the next generation of warriors. Similar events have been documented across the globe with different species. Army ants in South America are famous for their swarm raids, consuming everything in their path. Fire ants, an invasive species in many parts of the world, are notorious for their aggressive, swarming defense that can kill small animals. These behaviors aren't random acts of cruelty. They are highly evolved survival mechanisms that have made ants one of the most successful groups of animals on the planet. They have been shaping ecosystems for over 100 million years. As we watch the final moments of this struggle, it's a stark reminder of the complexity and harshness of the natural world. The snake, a solitary hunter, is no match for the unified will of the colony. This isn't a story of good versus evil. It's a story of different evolutionary strategies colliding. The snake's strategy is individual power. The ant's strategy is the power of the many. In this particular battle, on this particular day, the many have won. This encounter forces us to rethink our perception of power in nature. We often associate dominance with size, teeth, and claws. But true power can also lie in cooperation, communication, and overwhelming numbers. The ants teach us that unity is a force of nature in itself. This video is a powerful, humbling testament to the fact that in the wild, no creature is invincible, and survival is a game of constant adaptation. It's important to state that this footage is presented for educational purposes. We do not interfere with these natural events, as they are a vital part of the ecological balance. Observing them gives us a deeper respect for the intricate and often brutal web of life. It's a world where the smallest creatures can topple giants, and the rules of survival are written and rewritten every single day. What we are seeing is not just a fight, it is a demonstration of nature's raw, unfiltered, and awe-inspiring power. The individual dies, but the colony thrives, ensuring its legacy continues. A tough lesson, but a fundamental one. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of nature's most dramatic showdowns. If you found this fascinating and want to see more incredible wildlife moments, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. What other amazing animal behaviors do you want us to explore? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.